Brian Terrian here from the Disability Digest with a tip for those of you that are applying for disability that will 2x your approval chances for real. It's kind of a black hat tip, no pun intended, but with good intent. My effort here at the Disability Digest is to give you tips and strategies and courses and information to help you get your disability benefits approved fast, help you keep them, and help you maximize them. So let's get into it. I have some data to support this, some tools at the end to help you execute this. And if you're already in the approval process, well, hang on. At the end, you'll get some resources that will help you out. So here we go. This is a report from the Office of the Inspector General for Social Security. It's like an oversight agency. They have reports and information on the performance of Social Security, and this link will be below the video. So in this report, I'm going to go down to a graph that they have on page 5. And I don't know if you can see this, but you can always grab it from somewhere around the video afterwards. And what this shows is beneficiaries that were approved at the initial application within a 5-month period. And that number is 610,219. This is over a 2-year period. So looking at that, well, what's the percentage? So here's how we kind of back into the numbers. This is another document that will also be below in the show notes here from Social Security that shows you how many disability applicants there are on an annual basis. So this data set was for 21 and 22, so 1.8 million a year, so roughly 3.6 million. So what does that mean? If you take 610,000 and divide it into 3.6 million, you come up with approximately 17%. So that's showing you that 17% of disability applicants get approved within that period. Now I'm going to go on and show you what the overall initial application is in a moment. But before I leave this page, I also want to point out that there were 4,444 beneficiaries that died in the process. That's a bit concerning, and it breaks down the conditions that they perished from. So I think Social Security is doing a better job to recognize some of these severe cases, but still, even if that number is 1, it would be concerning for me. All right, so let's move on to the next piece of information here. So we talked about 17% is what happens if you apply within the first 5 months. Now, this is from usafacts.org, which in my opinion does a solid job of reporting Social Security information. You can dig into the link afterwards, but the point that I want to bring to your attention is that the national approval rate for initial applications is around 38%. I've seen it like 36, 38. It's not 100 and it's not 0 like some people think. So if you have 17% if you apply within the first 5 months, but the overall percentage is 38, what percentage of cases are getting approved if they apply after the 5-month period? That's the point that I'm making. Now, I know internally here, for those that we partner with and we work on their cases directly, the figures are more than 3 times the approval rate. It's a lift if they apply after the 5-month. We actually don't do it anymore because less than 5 months, because it's just the stats are so low. All right, so you might be wondering, like, wait, why is this, right? So this is my theory and others that do this work. And I'm going to put up on the screen here the Social Security webpage that talks about the wait period. Social Security has what they call a waiting period or an elimination period. And what that is it's the 5 months after you stopped working because of your limitations conditions, right? That there's no back benefits that build up, right? So there's your first, second, third, fourth, and fifth month there isn't. So what they're looking for is they're looking for people that can demonstrate that, excuse me, that's my dog Ika doing her job, that they can demonstrate that they're not able to work. So if you just out of work, like in month one, and you put in your application, that's my theory as to why we're seeing the difference here. So now there's some outliers for this severe situations, certainly that can be glaringly apparent to Social Security, but those are the outliers in this. So let's just recap. Month 1 through 5, 17%. After that, the national average is 38%. Decide on your strategy and what you want to do. Now, in today's world, like the time this video is shot, the average wait time for just an initial application decision is 233 days. So my encouragement to people is, if you really need your money, which most do, maximize your chances of getting approved. You want to do everything you can to have the best shot at your initial application, because if you don't get approved there, that wait is pretty consistent. Some people are waiting up to 800 days to get into court. That's a long time, right? So here at the Disability Digest, for those of you who've been hanging out and watching the video, the good news is we're here to help you. We give away lots of information on our YouTube channel. There's over 900 videos that you can sift through and go through that. But if you join us as a member, it's the best way that we can help you, because we can provide you with a customized approach for each step through the disability process. But I'm going to use, for today's example, the disability application. We have a course that's been built that teaches people specifically what to do and what not to do as they go through the disability approval process. So you join us as a member, as I'll show you in a moment. You get access to the course. And then with the course, it's broken down into the segments of disability approval. Even if you're working, we've got a segment of the course that teaches you what to do. And then how to file your initial application is a second. What to do while you're waiting is a third. If you get denied, how to file your appeal, how to prepare for your hearing. So we bring you through step by step, and it's put together with industry experts like the people on the right here, attorney Carl Osterhow, ex-Social Security employee Barbara Mountain, James Brown, who's been out here recently speaking to our audience, and Jonathan Ginsburg and others. But some of the best value in this is contributions from members that have gone through the course. They've either done this on their own or they've partnered with us to do the work with them, and the tips and the nuggets of information that they've been able to contribute. So we keep 30, 40 of these rotating through the course for you as well. So that's how the course can help you and make a difference, and it breaks down everything that you need to know. So to join us as a member, that you see up on our screen, this is a shot of our homepage. Just look for a green button that says free membership. You come on in, you complete your evaluation, and you help us understand where you're at, and that gives us an idea of what segments of the course that are going to help you the most. And then once you get in, we learn a little bit more about your situation. There's typically additional information that we can provide you with, like condition-specific information, and things that you can do to like craft your statement to communicate Social Security, things like that. So hopefully you have found this information helpful in doubling your disability approval chances, and we encourage you to stay tuned for more here at the Disability Digest. Make it a great day.